welcome to Let's Talk Health and Wellness. Today I have a very special guest today, the CEO of the Lyngale Model Agency. All models that are aged 40 and over, men and women. Tina B.
Hey.
Boss Lady.
Hey.
TLA.
Lady Boss. Ike on show day.
That's right. Yes. Welcome.
I'm happy to be here. How are you today?
I am great. Thank you so much.
Looking beautiful as always.
Oh, thank you.
Always, you guys.
Thank you so much.
For
You
sure.
as well.
Thank you.
And thank you for all you do.
Okay, you had to put a lot of light in here on this chocolate today, y'all. I'm just saying.
Yes. So today we are actually talking about redefine beauty over 40, the ageless revolution.
Oh, okay now. Revolution. I'm with it. Yeah,
Okay.
what are we talking about? Redefining beauty?
Yeah, well, we talk.
Okay,
yeah.
so I look at beauty like, I don't know if you ever seen this movie, Shallow Hal.
Okay.
You ever seen that movie?
No, I have not.
It's a guy that don't see, people as they appear. He see the beauty in everybody.
Okay.
And that's me. I'm kind of like the Shallow Hal of fashion, of modeling, I guess you could say, because I see the beauty in everybody. Because a lot of people, when I first wanted to start this agency, a lot of people's like, nobody want to see old ladies on the runway. And I changed the narrative on that, and I made it where people calling me, booking old ladies on the runway all the time. You know what I'm saying? My phone don't stop. I'm constantly looking for different jobs for the ladies, different things like that. And so I ran out of road and I built my own. When I was around 35, I realized one a lot of opportunities for women over 40. Back then in 2009, 10, 11, 21 was old. So this was just a chance to show that over 40 still got it going on, still look good, and they still can model, still can rip a runway, still can do photographs, things like that, So that's what I wanted to show when I started this agency.
Okay.
And I just wanted to do a fashion show, first of all. Let me just start there. It wasn't even about an agency, just starting doing a fashion show, and people was like, oh, I want to join, I want to be a part, Then I kind of made it into an agency.
Okay, and that you have done.
Yeah.
Because we have some amazing and by the way, I am
one
TLA.
of those beautiful models. Yes,
well, yes,
indeed.
one of TLA, and I can remember, I have been watching you for some time before I even joined the agency.
There's a lot of people say that.
And I actually, because I wasn't in the area at the time, and so I kept saying, when I move, when I get closer, I'm gonna join, I'm gonna join. Even though I wasn't even at the age close at the time,
Oh, wow, okay.
And I was like, okay, I kept watching, and I was watching. I actually remember I went back and I found this message on Instagram.
Okay.
I sent you an Instagram message, and you sent me everything, the contract and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. As soon as time got by, I'm gonna wait. Then when I finally actually moved close in the area.
All right.
And my model sis, Tammy D. Taylor, she also is a TLA model.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
we've actually done some work together. And this was some years ago. We did the I Am Enough shoot.
Oh, okay.
And we was on the set. We did the shoot for I Am Enough. And I remember she told me she was with TLA, and I was telling her, but I used to come to everything.
Right.
So my nickname was TLA Cousin. Remember?
Right. You were there. Let's go.
I was there supporting everything, and I was so excited, and I loved everything I seen.
Yeah.
All the ladies, all the men. I mean, just doing it. I mean, the ages, I couldn't even believe.
I know. I still be tripping.
Oh, my goodness.
It's crazy. When they come down the runway or whatever, I'll be like, what, for real? Wait a minute. But you know what? It's crazy because I only started out with women. And then men was coming to me like, oh, we can't model. And I was like, oh, well, let me open it up for me because I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
yeah.
it's such a, fashion to me is such a woman thing. You know what I mean? Pageants and things like that. So I wasn't even thinking about the men. But, yeah, then I had to add men to the list.
They be doing it.
And they be doing it. They love it.
And everybody, just being there and everybody learning off of each other and just feeding off each other. And the energy is always amazing.
Always positive.
Especially when we have runway class. Everybody is cheering on everybody.
I know.
And so, it gets you even a little more excited because you be hyped, everybody clapping. And it's just amazing.
It's like people want to do things, but they're scared of what people say or
Yes.
think, so you don't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm the type of person where I'm not afraid to do anything. I'm gonna try it. I don't care, you know, because
Right.
people gonna talk about you either way it go.
Right.
So it's like, why not go for it? And so when they get there and people cheering them on, it's like, oh shoot, what did? Hey, I mean, let me do this turn. Then, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because they don't expect it for anyone to even be positive on what they're doing. They just automatically
Right.
assume it looks goofy, it looks silly, you know. But no, it looks good. And and that's a mental thought process of people thinking that if I do this, then people gonna say this, but they don't
Right.
realize that it's positive people in the room that's gonna
Right.
hype you up. And
Right.
that's where I came in at, where I'm the type of people ask me what's your purpose, and I say helping others find theirs, because a lot of time people don't know their purpose.
Right.
And it needs somebody to set that fire up under your butt, so to speak, so that you can get up and, you know what, that is my purpose. They come in as models, and then they end up being authors or running their own show, or, you know what I mean,
Yes.
actors or hosts or whatever. But they
Right.
come in as a model, but realize, oh, I got so much more in me that I can do. So that's what I love about it.
And you do. You do that. You support everybody and everything, because so many of us are doing so many different things, and you always encourage and uplifting and supporting everybody. You know, you provide us with so many, and it's up to you to go and grab. But
Yep.
you forever putting information in the chats for us, opportunities for us, and it's just up to you if you want to take
Go
it.
after it.
And so, I admire you for that.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank
you have definitely even helping me, even with just, especially even in runway, because I'm on that, I'm getting that turn.
Yeah.
Come our show.
You gonna have
June
it.
8th.
You gonna have that turn.
I've been practicing that turn, and I watched Tammy when she did it with no shoes on.
Tammy back. And it was crazy now. Now Tammy, we talk about Tammy all the time, because Tammy started out and couldn't, walk really.
I remember you
and she was
yeah.
coming to classes, and Tammy would look. I would see Tammy looking at my feet, looking at the legs, trying to get it down. You know what I'm saying? And Tammy is a beast now.
Yeah,
like
she's
she
killing
is so
it.
man. Let me
Yes.
tell you, she is so bad on that runway. It's crazy.
Yeah, she did.
But yeah, you just have to keep at it and believe in yourself that you can do it. Like her with these poses, y'all. Me and her fight every photo shoot. You naturally sexy, but then she want to be like, hey. I be like, if you don't bring that junk out. So I be trying to pull it up out of her, boy.
Yes, she does. And it's so,
so
funny
funny.
because it's natural for me to smile. Like so with, of course, with modeling, photos, it's so many different, facial expressions and images. You got to get out. And for me, my biggest thing was always because, like, I smile. It's just but if I'm not, I don't want to look. I come across I'm looking mean, But one thing's for sure, one thing's for certain, it's practice. You have to practice.
It is.
Practice your walk, stand in the mirror, looking at your expressions
Face.
in your
Yep.
face. And once you perfect that, because Tammy would tell me all the time, she's always say, look, just keep practicing. So in my living room, I had a big old mirror.
Oh, okay.
So I would be walking. And it's true, because once you practice and do it so much, when
feel
it's
it.
time for showtime, it's natural.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
is.
natural thing. You
It
just
is.
walking,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't second guess. You just automatically do it,
yeah.
hit them turns, and you just,
And your attitude,
right.
comes out of it, ooze out of it automatically, because you feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you're going to bring that attitude with it.
And Miss Lanita.
Oh, man. come
Now,
on.
age. Oh, my goodness. How old is Miss Lanita? Because she
She's
just had a
73.
birthday, right?
She just turned 73. And she been with me since day one. My first audition, casting call,
Wow.
everything. She was right there. One of the first ladies, her and Seven. They were the first two that's still here 13 years later.
Wow.
That when I first started out asking women, hey, anybody over 40? People ain't coming. They was like, man, I don't know what that means. Because
Right.
nobody wants to tell their age. You got to
Right.
understand, this is 2012.
And that was me.
You didn't want to tell your age?
Well, and Tay was like, you got to get, because it's not that I didn't want. I just never really talk about my age, and it was you remember when we had our show and. It was the numbers, and I was like, wait a
You had
minute.
to show our number.
I was
I
like-
remember that.
No, I was like, wait a minute, how old? I had to run. Because I never keep up with my age. And I
Oh,
remember,
wow.
It was the first one, and I said, wait a minute. I got the wrong number. Like,
You
how
know
old?
what?
Because I never keep up with my age. I really don't. And so
Wow.
that was so funny. And Tammy was like, you don't look. And I was like, okay. So, and one of our hashtags is always what is ageless beauty.
Being
beauty.
ageless,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly. So
Always working.
So I was like, okay. I got to make sure, But I watched Miss Lanita, and that
And Miss Lanita is something
the
else.
hula hoop, the
The
roller
drop it like
skate.
it's hot. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Got good knees, honey. I can't. Woo! If I get down there, I ain't getting back up. I'm
And
just letting y'all know.
and she stayed working.
She do.
She stayed
And
working.
she's an amazing actress. She started out doing modeling, but she been modeling for a while for different companies back when she was in Ohio as well. But she started doing movies here, extra work. And then she was
Wow.
doing so much extra work that they started calling her to like, come do this, come do that, and she just, you know how she talk.
Uh-huh.
So she gonna talk her way in there. I don't care what you do. So she talked her way on into, features and then, stand-ins and then, main parts. So she just talks her way into it. And that's what we tell people. We can put it out there, but it's for you to go after it and build
Right.
it. Just like you here now with this show. That's what I'm
Yes,
saying. Like, look, she didn't even want to come in as a model. Now she got her own show. That's what I'm talking about. So
Yes.
people come in as models, but then they realize, you know what, I can probably do this too.
That's
And so they go for that as well.
Because the confidence is everything, confidence. And it helps because everything that you get and you build, it helps you, like you said, in other areas. Because
Yeah.
now, of course, and I'm an author as well,
Mhm.
and now, I feel like I can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And I look at the support of my brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
that's given.
Yeah.
And I watch and I'm like, wow. And everybody shares information.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
don't
for
know
sure.
anything, they share or they'll tell you how you can do it.
Yep.
Or this is,
Yep.
oh, look, I got this on, I'm on Sisters with Tyler Perry. Or I got,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
did
yeah,
this, we have, everybody is doing some amazing
because
things.
the thing is, what's for you is for you.
That's right.
So we both can audition for. They gonna pick who they want.
Right.
It's nothing we can do about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nothing to say that. Oh, what you do to get it, and you had to do something.
Right.
No, they gonna pick and choose who they want to be a part of their movie or TV show, whatever the case may be. But still, go after it.
That's right.
Because a lot of times too, people say, "Oh, when you going after something, you ain't gonna do it." No, go after it because you never know what they're looking for.
Right.
So I'll just say go for it. We put as much information. Lanita put a lot of things in
She
there as well.
does.
So
She does.
we put a lot of information in there for somebody to be like, "Oh, it didn't work for me." No, you didn't work for you.
Yes.
Because in the agency, we put enough information for you to do something. And the annual fee that I charge, you can make that back in one time you go on set. It's not even a lot because I look at it like when I was starting out, I didn't have a lot of money to get portfolios. Back then, portfolios like $1,500.
Wow.
You got to understand, the other people. So they was hitting you up for like 15 on the head, So you didn't have a lot of money, but this is your dream. Like this is what you want to do. So I'm looking at it in the same mind space as I'm not trying to charge people a lot of money, but in the end, y'all gonna tell people referrals bring more people back to my agency, which still making money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the loyalty of it means more to me than the money of it.
right.
Because you're going to always, when you bless, you always bless. So it don't
right.
even matter, So that's how I feel about that.
Good.
But, and then too, let's talk about y'all working with other agencies, which is,
yes.
EDOF, I love them.
Yes.
They
Shout out to the lead dogs.
Okay, EDOF.
Yes.
But they half the darn agency went over there too.
Yes.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
We have Doll Radiant. We have Doll Fashion. And all TLA.
Yeah,
TLA
it's over
slash
there.
EDOF.
Yeah,
now.
for sure,
So,
for sure. And that's what it should be. And I tell people all the time, I don't mind y'all going to different things,
Right.
people to work with and things like
That's
that.
right.
Long as you have the respect for each side.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So that's what I love about people that can work with. You can work over there and you still work over here, and it's the same respect
Yes,
of both
yes,
sides.
yeah.
And that's what it's about. So I
Yeah.
love that.
Because we do, even when we have shows, we do a lot of shows, we do, and then also a lot of us are brand ambassadors
Oh, yeah.
of, we got Sunny
Bees Boutique.
we
yeah.
got Dressed by a Doll, we got Fats
Yeah.
clothing, so a lot of us, we involved in so many things. So it's like one big happy family, where everybody work together, connect. You know, we got face to face with Terry. She has, and we do her auctions. We do everything. So I love the fact that it's open and we're allowed to do these things. And but at the same time, like everybody has respect for each other as well. So that's
and then you
important.
got the book as well with Sister
with
JJ.
Sister JJ. A lot of us are authors.
A lot of y'all authors through that. So everybody has their thing. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I don't knock anybody for what they do, because everybody has their thing that they do. You know, so it's just about just being respectful and doing it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's what y'all do, because a lot of people work over here, but they still know TLA is home or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people met people by being in TLA. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of just enjoying it, having fun. That's what I'm here for, just to enjoy my agency, love on the people that's in it, and keep it moving.
That's right. Well, I love it. Look at that.
Yes.
So I have, let me see here. I have some questions.
Okay. Questions.
Let me get my little question. Okay, so we already talked about what inspired you to start the agency, right? So how do you think health and wellness play into the confidence and self-image as we age?
I think that just feeling beautiful. You know, when we do a show, they putting the makeup on. You have makeup artists there sometimes putting makeup on, putting the clothes on. You know, it's just, it's out the rocking chair, off the front porch.
Yes.
Grandkids sent home. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and then you're around other people your age that you can relate to. Talk about, my knees hurt. Oh, girl, take these pills right here, or whatever the case may be. Take this herb, you know, or whatever. But you have somebody that you can relate to. To like I tell people, just go to sleep. Tomorrow's another day. You know what I mean? When you feeling Monday be bad, it's raining, it's terrible, everything, you dropping stuff on the ground, you picking, you know, everything's just going bad that day. Like, oh my goodness. You know, just go to sleep. Tuesday, you got a check in the mail. Somebody just booked you for a job. You got you know what I mean? A new car outside. And, you know, you like, dang.
The blessings are coming. Yeah.
Just go to sleep, relax, relate, release, because it's going to be a better day. And a lot of times with this, it's just one day I heard a girl, a kid at one of our shows say, "Grandma," she was so happy. Grandmama was on the runway.
Aww.
And I thought that was the most beautiful thing ever to hear that, you know what I'm saying? But it just gave her this energy of, she's just looking beautiful that day. She's walking the runway. She got her own thing. Girl, I ain't got time. I got to go. I got a show to do today. You know what I'm saying? That mental capacity will make you feel so much better than just waking up with nothing to do. You got something to do.
That's right. You have a purpose.
Yeah.
Yes, because my grandbaby is the same way. She gets so tickled when she see me, and you know she's doing her little walk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she get excited. She said, "Oh, Glammy, I seen you on TV," where she see my episodes, and so she gets really excited as well. So it does.
That's beautiful. Yeah. You not sitting at home telling her that. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the mental part that makes it. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. The mental. So the mental and emotional aspects of aging gracefully. And so what do you think? Like, what, besides, I know you said with the family, the support and all that, do you think that plays a big role?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I feel like, too, once you're this age, you pretty much don't care what people say no more. Part. You're going to do you. So I just feel like these people are, I hear a lot of people say, you know what, yeah, I'm coming, you know, me and my husband aren't together anymore, or me and the kid, you know, the grandkids, you know, I'm just going to send them home. So it's like I hear people saying, like, I'm going to do me now.
Yes, I do. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
They be like, I'm coming over there, you know, maybe when I lose weight. I'm like, no, don't lose no weight. Just come on. You know what I mean?
I've heard those stories too. I'm going to join. I got to wait for this.
I got to wait for that.
Oh, I got to get my, I heard.
You ain't got to wait for none of that.
No,
just come on. Yeah. As long as you over 40.
Yeah.
Just come on, because a lot of people feel as if, you know, I can do me now, and I'm going to have fun, and I don't care what nobody think. I'm finna wear this and whatever, you know, so that's the attitude people have now.
Yeah. And you've had models that's not even 40 yet. that's waiting.
Oh yeah, I get a
Waiting
lot of
to
that.
join
Oh
TLA.
yeah, I get a
can't
lot
wait.
of
They
that.
can't wait to turn 40.
Yeah, they be like, I got 2 more years. Whenever they'll see me out somewhere, I see them 2 more years, Dad. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, if you're 39 and be 40 in that year, I'll take you.
Okay.
Then,
Okay.
yeah, you have to be 40 in that year. But, but yeah, I mean, I had to change that rule because they was like, I'm be 40 March, you know, and it's February or whatever. I'm like, all right, come on. So yeah.
Okay. So I know this year has been a trying year for everybody, especially even through the agency. You know, we've lost a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of people.
For sure.
And so I know it's been hard for a lot of people. We even recently lost someone. We actually lost. It's been a few. I know we had Auntie B. With somebody else we just
we
lost.
Mercedes lost her son.
Yeah, her
She's
son.
a part of the agency.
Yeah, she lost her. So it's been a trying year, but with that is the support. You know, the support is amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody shout out and supported, even with Auntie B in North Carolina, because we have. Let's just talk about that. We have
chapters
everywhere for TLA. So even if you're not here in the ATL area, you know, we have chapters. Because even in North Carolina, where you tell us where. I mean, we have
North
chapters
Carolina,
everywhere.
Alabama, Tennessee, Houston, and we just got a lady the other day, South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, so
in North Carolina, South Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, so we do. So like even with the homegoing service for Auntie B, we had, we had TLA sisters to actually.
Miss Valerie, thank you so much. She took the time out. She drove to the city that they were in, and she actually spoke on our behalf as well. And I've been relating to her brother Ron, and he just loved it. He was like, thank you so much. And then the other day we did the balloon release, and I sent that video to him. Yeah, so it's been a beautiful, and he's a funeral director, so it was beautiful the way he gave her celebration. So yeah.
Yeah, he was. I had had the opportunity to speak with him. Actually, it was during the time I was in Baltimore for my sister's homegoing service. And he had told me that he had a nephew that was in Baltimore on his way to North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So we spoke, and, he sent out his prayers to my family. And, of course, I did the same. But I was just telling him, how amazing she was. And, I'm just so big on memories. Taking pictures and videos, and it's just and you always capture everything. I don't care who event, what event, everywhere she goes, she always.
And I sent him a whole bunch of pictures of her that I had too. Video of the Shell of a Woman when she was singing. Oh my gosh!
And I did not know she had such an amazing voice,
girl. I came across. I was just looking for pictures, and I came across that, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" So I sent that to him. He was so happy for that video.
Yeah.
But that's what I be telling people all the time. People like, I don't want no video. I want no picture. You never know. Like that is memories, and you need that. So
you definitely do. I agree. Those memories, because that's what, even for me, I'm just so big on memories, just having those pictures. And even when Auntie V, when she won Miss ATL's hottest
when she was that, you recorded that one. When she was dancing.
And she got up and cut up when she went to go and get her award.
Yes, she did.
And shout out.
She was going through it then. Nobody didn't even know.
We didn't even know.
Nobody didn't even know.
And, it was one of them things, because she used to inbox me all the time. We would inbox each other, just send each other she would check up on me. And I was like, all right, Auntie B, I love you. And she was like, all right, baby girl. She always called me baby girl. And it was when I didn't hear from her as much. I was like, wait a minute,
where is she? Because she usually be on Facebook and doing something. Yeah.
And so, but I had sent her, I remember that video, and she laughed. I said, oh, you showed out.
Yeah, she did.
She came, I think she was wearing a V. She had I think that was a V Dinks.
Was that V Dinks? Okay.
I think that was V Dinks she was wearing.
That jumper.
And she shout out to ATL's Hottest Association, because that was at the
ATL's Hottest Awards. Yeah.
And she showed
she won Fashionista.
And so, again, those memories we have of our loved ones. and the support with everybody that's there in the agency. The love. I mean, it's always love.
I was so happy I was able to speak to her the night before. He let me on FaceTime. And I just say, hey, TLA, we love you. I just got a chance to. And whenever you say her nickname, her eyes would try to open.
Oh.
It was, because he was, every time, because I'm like, what are you calling her? And he said that's her nickname growing up.
Wow.
And that's when she was just trying to open her eyes every time he would say her name. But yeah, and then the next day she passed. But I was just so happy to be able to. I talked to her when she told me about it in February. She found, because he told her, he was like, you need to talk to somebody, because I got to go back home. He wasn't from here or whatever, but. And he was like, you got to, because, people, you don't want to tell nobody. You know what I mean? You don't want to go. You're just trying to suffer, I guess, by yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was like, you got too many people that you say, around here that loves you, things like that. You got to tell somebody. And she told me in February. So from February to May, that was it.
Yeah, because, that is, it. Whew. Because, my sister, too, she passed, too, from the same, and, same thing, didn't want everybody to know. She didn't want nobody really to know. And so, and it's one of them things you hear, we got to take care of ourselves, take care of ourselves mentally, physically, making sure we take care of ourselves, have our affairs in order.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
It's because, of course, when we lose loved ones, things sometimes it gets a little crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Afterwards, it gets a little crazy. But we have to have our affairs in order.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that, besides, and that's part of taking care of yourself, your mental and your physical.
Yep.
We need to make sure we do these things because, any event, and even eating right. We eat, but it's a lot of things we have to be more conscious of. And I think when your family history, certain things certain things you need to change. Like even for me, of course, I haven't had red meat and pork. It's been 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
But that was my choice. And I used to eat it.
Yeah.
And I don't judge anybody that eat it. That was something for me, a personal choice for myself.
But you know what I thought of, and I know you say you have to watch what you eat, but you also got to let go of what you eat.
That's right.
People don't realize detox is more important than what you put in your mouth.
There you go.
Because you got all that left up in there that's been there for years need to come up out.
That's right.
So
that's
detoxing
right.
is the biggest thing
right.
that you need to do.
Yes.
But when I think back, my mom them never took us to fast food restaurants.
Wow.
And that part right there may have saved the healthy part of me because we never had food like that. We always had food at home. But you think about when you have kids that just that's their food every day.
Yeah.
McDonald's, Burger King,
Taco
Bell.
Everybody's living on a fast pace.
Everybody living on a fast pace, so it's just quick to grab something, bring it home. Quick something, bring it. So those kids are eating that type of food. Now that food is in your system.
Right.
Like, you see people that never drinks water.
I've heard
never.
I've heard patients tell me this, in the lab, they'll say, I don't drink water. And of course it shows, just so you know, when I'm testing, okay, that urine I'm doing a UA, trust and believe, it shows. Because, we put, if it's clear, if it's dark, it shows. And something you should look at. If you see your urine is very dark, wait a minute, I'm not drinking enough water.
But I'm
not, it's not, and if it's strong.
It's strong, yeah.
Strong and dark with a froth. Need I say?
Dang!
Yeah,
I've seen the froth.
Oh yeah, I seen the froth. I didn't see all. Normally,
Wow.
you can tell if medications are in the urine. We tested, but and it's funny because I always tell my girls, so they laugh when I'm like, look, making sure because I see all this stuff and I know. So certain things, like even for me, if I haven't had enough water, I can tell. If you dehydrated a little.
Yeah.
You have to, but all that is so important.
Yeah,
Drinking water is just like taking a shower.
It is.
you're flushing all your
All that out.
organs, everything in the inside. It's so important to drink water. And so
It's
to
so
say you don't
important.
drink water,
It's
that's
crazy
not a
work
good
to
thing to
me.
say.
It's not, because somebody, they consider water like sodas, like
Yes.
popping a soda every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? That's their water. And it's like your body is not cleaning itself. And it's just building up, building up, building up. And then you have these kidney issues, or, liver, or, whatever issues. And it's like, now you want to do something after the doctor say you have this.
Right. Yeah,
But
have
that's
to be
years
later.
of buildup
Right.
in your body that now you got to flush out over a week or two or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, you have to be
you
more
just got to start
proactive.
now. Drink some water.
Drink water.
I don't know
That's
who
right.
out there. Drink some water.
Drink.
I carry mine with me all the time. I'm
That's
serious, because you never know where you are. They may not have the type of water I like, because I'm big on spring water, not purified water. So, and in a lot of places you go to, they just have purified water, if you buy water from, because it's cheaper. But, I bring my own spring water with me.
Yeah, and I'm picky too, because I swear I believe all water is not the same.
It's not the same.
People
Who said
say
it's
that.
the same?
I hear
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
the
it's
same.
not. No, it's not. You got to be a water drinker to know that, though.
Right.
So,
And think about your skin, because again, going back,
and look at our skin.
beautiful, yes, because
Just
you
saying.
can tell drink water.
We important.
That's what we drink water.
Right, there's a story behind that.
Drink
We
water and
important.
mind your business.
That part. And they do it, clear your skin up, you guys. So if you
It
wonder why you
does.
got bumped up skin and things like
Yes.
that, because you're not drinking, not enough getting up, detoxing up out of your body.
Exactly.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
Now I heard, can I say a detox shot that I heard that you could do, like a drink shot?
Yeah.
Vinegar, cinnamon, and what is it? Vinegar, cinnamon, and cayenne pepper. Drink it as a shot,
Okay.
and then drink warm lemon water
Okay.
all day.
All day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yep.
hear that? Okay.
Thank me tomorrow. Buy you some tissue.
Okay.
I'm
Get
just
plenty.
saying. Yep.
Don't go to work the next
Don't
day.
go to about an hour. About an hour. Don't go nowhere for
Yeah.
a few hours. I'm just saying.
And you
But-
do. You feel lighter, because even
You do.
having a colonoscopy,
Mm.
the prep,
Mm.
everything
Oh,
you
you have to
have
drink
to-
all that. Yeah.
all the stuff you have to do before you
Mhm.
have that.
Yeah.
And so if you have not had that done, you need to have that done as well.
Mm.
And it cleans everything, and they'll let you know if it look. I was told clean as a whistle.
Mm.
Clean as a whistle.
Wow.
So they'll let you know all that. And there's actually tests out there also you can get done that can determine certain things prior to.
Mhm.
They even have that can determine even any form of cancer
Mm.
in your body. You just have to know if you have certain things going on that with
Yeah.
your family history. I just believe that you need to be proactive more,
what you do.
because, I want to be here as long as I can.
Right.
So I know what I need to do mentally and physically for me. What I have to do to take care of myself.
Right. And you know what? Hearing other people have situations make me do better too.
Right.
Because I'd be like, if they eating right and stuff, I'd be like, well, you know what? I'm going to start eating right.
Right.
So, just kind of pity back off that. If you following people and doing different, follow that too. TikTok tell you a lot, though. I ain't even going to lie. They be having some good ingredients on there that,
Right.
And I love watermelon. You like watermelon?
Oh, my God. I love the red and I love the yellow.
Oh, the yellow is good too.
The
It's real
yellow,
sweet. The yellow is good.
yes.
It's hard to find the yellow, but yeah, they're really good. And but put that in the blender and put some you like cucumber?
I love cucumbers.
Cucumbers with it, girl, and some lemon,
Really?
little honey. What?
Ooh, I
and
need
just drink that, fill it up, drink it all day. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, okay, there you have it.
Don't
You
put
hear that?
no water, don't put no water, no juice,
No
nothing.
water.
Just put watermelon because watermelon gonna grind down to juice anyway.
Right.
Yeah, and with some cucumber, cut cucumbers and put it in there as well. Yeah,
Okay.
it's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that.
Mhm,
See,
so
anything,
good.
you just, again, taking care of yourself. And
Yeah.
look at your skin. I mean, your skin looks amazing.
Thank you.
Look at
Thank
that. I
you.
mean, flawless.
It's the lights.
I
I was like lighter, brighter. I'm chocolate. I like okay.
That's right.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yes. I mean, it's beautiful. And,
Thank
I do, and I look and I be listening because, everybody always giving advice on what, different things they do. And I know Miss Lanita was telling me she has also some products and some things that she does as well.
Oh, yeah, she do.
Yeah. Because I'm
She
looking
have-
at like, what are you taking for them
For
bones?
them
and
bones, the girl can drop it like it's hot. I'm trying to figure it out because these knees is terrible with me. Woo, I'm telling my knees and my back. Somebody be like, "Oh, you don't look that girl." My knees and my back. Yes, tells all the age.
And you
for
would
real,
never
for
know
real.
because the way she can cut up on the runway,
And big
you would never know.
And you know what? And that's true because I don't even feel it when I get up on that runway. It's a whole different story.
I think that's
But
you don't
my
even
day
think.
job, I'd be like, I be hurting, but yeah. It's a mind thing.
It's a mind thing. Yeah, mind over matter. As they say, mind over matter.
Yep.
It does. It makes a big difference.
It does. It
so
does.
let me see what else. I do. I have something else for you.
Okay.
So, how do you stay mentally strong as your agent?
How I stay mentally strong. Staying positive. Being around positive people. Looking at positive things.
Right.
People don't realize TV and things negative can turn you as well. So I love watching comedy shows all the time. I listen to them all day long. And as long as you laughing, you're positive.
Right. Yeah.
And I tell people that too. When you feeling like anxiety or anything like that, put on a comedy show on YouTube. All you gotta do is type in comedy shows, and just listen to it all day. And you're laughing, and you forget what you was even upset about or what you had anxiety about. But yeah, just keeping your mind positive works. Think happy thoughts. And sometimes, I have anxiety sometimes. So what I'll do is just sing like a little goofy song in my head and make you, it just get your mind off of something, It's like bluebirds and happy birds, and you see how you laugh, you know what I mean? Like it's goofy, but it takes your mind off of whatever is trying to bring you down. You see what I'm saying? So just stay positive. Think of positive things. Think of somebody that makes you, happy or laugh or whatever. But yeah, comedy shows works though. Ali Sadiq, Nate Jackson, any of those people right there, go see them. You'll be laughing all day.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? You're right because like I said, it's been a trying time, and I've been having to do the same. Like I'll sit and I'll find little funny things on Instagram that I watch or TikTok, and I'll just sit there and just to kind of get me
hours,
and just like you said, give you a good laugh to get you out of that mood and just to, because if not, you have to. I think it's so important to be careful, especially when your mindset is already there. You have to be careful what you allow to come in. You have to watch the people you surround yourself with. Because if you're not strong enough and you don't have that support, motivation, and encouragement, it's easy to break.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to break. And depression is real.
Oh, yeah.
So many people suffer in silence. And like you said, because they worried about what this person going to say, so they don't talk about these things. And that's why I love here at Let's Talk Health and Wellness. It's so therapeutic, I hear from my guests, even from myself, because I'm able to talk about things I never would have talked about to anybody, because I've always been, a very private person.
Gotcha.
So a lot of things you won't even hear me talk about. But having my show, there's things I let it out.
Yeah, that's good.
And so it's also helping me as well. Because it's one time you would never even hear me talk about, even with the feeling and emotions of things that I went through with death, with losing my mother, with losing my father, with losing my daughters. I had a set of twins a lot of people didn't know that I've lost. Just all the death. It's been so much. And so I know for me, I have to take care and be very careful with, and even more so now, like I got to be careful. And I have to really, and it's okay to get help. I tell people it's okay to get help. It's okay to talk to somebody. Because that's where I'm at. I have to, because I have to take care of my mental.
Yeah.
You're
strong
you
too.
have to be strong, not for just for others, but I have to for myself.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not together, how am I going to be for somebody else.
Somebody else. Yeah, that's
right?
true. That is so true.
So it's so important that we got to take care of our mental.
And for you to say that, as a girl at my job, she was going through a moment, and I was saying her, and it was the month of her mother's passing as well, and I'm talking to, she just want to quit. She's like, I just can't, she can't deal,
Right.
and I was telling her, I said, just go to EAP, where you can talk to somebody because it's on the company's time or whatever.
Right.
And that way you can talk to somebody and get it off you, because people don't realize, too, that when you hold things in, it eats at you. If anything is worse on your health, is your mind.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing, because if you don't get it off of you, it just keeps digging at you. And you got to say it. If you ever notice, when you say things out loud, you feel so much better.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because it's just been bothering you. You think you're the only one going through something.
No.
And then you say it out loud, and somebody be like, oh, girl, yeah, I just took 2 pills and went to sleep, child. And you be like, oh, really? That's all I got? The whole time I've been holding this and harboring this, when I could have just, told somebody. So I told her, go talk to somebody. Get that off you. Don't quit. Talk to somebody. See if you can, get some time off for a little while to get yourself together, because, she going through it. And then, come back, whatever. But it gets hard. It gets really, really hard on people, but you definitely need somebody to talk to.
Right. And a lot of people don't even know is that, through your employers, you actually have that where you can take time off to take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
You just have to say the right words, and you have to go to your HR, go to whoever it is you need to talk and let them know.
I actually did it.
Yeah.
So I know it works. I was having some issues, and I went to them. I was like, look, I'm stressed. I gotta. Yeah. I need to. They say, do you feel, like you can hurt yourself? You feel like you hurt somebody, And I'm just like, I'm just stressed. I think it was at the time my dad had just passed or whatever. So, you going through it, you don't even realize what you're going through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or how it affects you, I should say.
Exactly.
And when she said that, it was like, well, maybe that is what it is. You know what I mean? Right. So, yeah, they took me out for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they will work with you, but you got to talk to somebody. You got to tell somebody.
Yeah, because a lot of people react in different ways. They get angry with everybody. They act out because they're going through. But it's other avenues you can take so that you can take care of your mental.
To prevent that before you be in a whole other trouble.
Right. Lose your job. Right. And everything else.
You're going to jail because you done hurt somebody.
Exactly. So you have to be able to just go and take the time off. Do what you need to do to take care of you. So I say that because, suicide, all these things, all the stuff go hand in hand. I've had, I can remember a patient telling me that, she had actually lost her son. Her son committed suicide in the house. Oh, wow. She was a nurse. While they were in the house together, her son committed suicide. And I remember her telling me that she just didn't want to be here anymore. She just, that was her only child, and here she was taking care of her parents. Yeah. Now, elderly parents now, they're having to look after her.
Oh, wow.
So it was a lot. So, and even as healthcare professionals, I mean,
I see a lot.
You see a lot. Yeah. And, even with everything with myself, with me going through now, at work it's been challenging because these last couple of 2 weeks it's some things that have really happened to a lot of people at work. Wow. And so you think, okay, but for me, when I'm in my zone, I'm working, I'm thinking about patients first. Yeah. It helps. For me, I'm different, I guess. And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because I work. Right. I stay busy. Keep staying busy to take my mind off of those things. Which is not is good in a way, but then it's not because you're not getting to the root of what it is that's really bothering you and what's going on. You have to take care of that. Yeah. And so I know that. So that's why I'm like, okay, I have to get me together. Gotcha. I had to take care of me.
That's
true. And I'm glad you told her that she needs to go and talk to somebody.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I've been there a long time, so they, they kind of look up to what I'm saying. Right. And I hope that it helps. She ain't been there in a couple of days, so I hope that, she did go and get help and not leave.
Right.
But yeah.
Wow, that is it. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
death is a grief.
I know.
Grief, because you can lose whether it's a loved one, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's a divorce,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's a loss,
Mm-hmm.
within
Mm-hmm.
itself. So
Yep.
that's a lot,
Yep.
you
People don't
know.
understand that it's a death. When you divorce, it's a death. It feels like a death.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there as well. So, yeah, you feel that.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I guess you're so open and you're so understanding to a lot of things, because when you've been there,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So you can kind of you can see and pinpoint when you see other people going through certain things,
Yeah.
or it's a shift for
Mm-hmm.
them. You like, okay, it's
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Because even with with BB, she was kind of sitting off to herself that day at the ATL Hottest Awards, whatever. But
Yes.
now it makes sense. Like
Right.
you try, you trying to adapt to what's going on with your own, with yourself.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I
Trying
mean?
to
So
process
process it.
because when I
Yeah.
didn't hear, and then I finally got a message back, I remember, and I said, "Hey, I'm just checking on you, Auntie B," and she said, "I'm okay, baby girl." She
Mm-hmm.
said, "Just keep me in prayer."
Mm.
But I was like, "Okay," but I did not, but it all makes sense
Yeah, it
now.
makes sense now to us. Yeah.
Now that she's
Because when I reached
gone.
out, it was time for her to rejoin. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I was just seeing if you're rejoining. You know how I always do.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I'm going through a lot right now, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, whatever. I said, okay. I said, well, just let me know, before I take you out. And I never took her out. I was like, just let me know, and I won't take you out to chat or whatever. And I think she's still in there. I don't think I still took her out yet. So,
Yes.
but yeah, because that might have been like December or January. And then February is when she called me and told me about it.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely take care of you,
Mm-hmm.
your mental, your physical, all that. You have to, and we all want to still be around, but you want to be physically and mentally, right? Just overall
Yeah.
have it together,
Mm-hmm. For sure.
and support,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
uplift and encourage each other, and
Yep.
you know, you have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's this, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. I had to take a moment,
Yeah.
but it's
I
yeah,
understand.
it's been a lot, but I'm so happy to have you here, and just
Thank
everything
you.
that you do. I'm just so thankful for that, and
Mm-hmm.
I love the agency. I'm so happy that
No,
I
I'm
joined
happy.
TLA.
I'm so happy that you happy.
And even for me, as you can say, especially me seeing myself getting better and better,
Yeah.
now, because I'm gonna have that turn.
She
I gotta,
determined, y'all.
I'm gonna have
Y'all
that
got to come on June
turn.
8th to see if she can
Come
make
to
that turn.
come on June the 8th, because it's gonna be
Girl, I'm thinking
epic.
about 4 tickets left. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm
Really
serious. I got to go back and count. I probably done oversold.
sold out,
Oh,
because we sell out
child.
every year.
I probably done oversold this thing. I was sitting there and I said, I got to go. I don't even know.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I,
if you're not there, you're gonna hear
I'm just
about it.
saying.
You're gonna see it, because it is gonna be epic.
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
Yes,
it is going to be
indeed.
epic.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
come out and see these models show out, and just
Mm-hmm.
be in awe, because you're going to be in awe once you see these ages.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's just so.
And it's like that every year, every single 13 years, sold out. Even through COVID, we went live on Facebook Live. And we hit like 10,000 views on Facebook.
Wow.
In 2020. It was just like, just constantly. Because I was like, man, I'm going to have to cancel, because we couldn't do it
Yeah.
outside,
Outside,
But they was
uh-huh.
like, no, don't cancel. I'm like, okay. We had to figure it out. But yeah, 13 years, man. It's lovely. I love it.
Okay. Well, again, anything you would like to add that we left out? Because, I get so excited when I get with you. I want to make sure I didn't leave nothing out with
Nothing
Boss
out.
Because, she do a little bit of everything.
I do. Well, the stage play.
Oh my goodness. Hold up.
The Shell
we
of
got,
a Man.
We got to talk about the Shell of a Man.
Okay.
Now, you talking about with
Yes.
mental health?
Men.
Men.
Mental.
That play right there.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the play.
Okay, The Shell of a Man is a play about 7 men and their issues, which is alcoholism, mental abuse, physical abuse, dreamer, just everything that you can think a man go through. This play is based on that, and their wives. So it's about the way things happen with the men, how it affect their wives, and then how they can do better, either make it better or not make it better. But they try to make it better with their wives because, you know, a lot of times I wanted to do this play because when I was dating, it was like you would meet guys and you'll be like, you feel like you're a great person, but they don't want to, you know, fall for you or whatever the case may be. And you'll be like, what is wrong with me? You know, I used to ask myself, like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? But it was them. They didn't know how to love, or they never been taught to love, or they never seen it. And it was like they were just a shell. So I came up with the name like, damn, that's just a shell of a man child. And I was like, wait, hold on. I was talking to Kiki in the car one day. I was like, girl, he's just a shell child. And I was like, wait a minute. But, you know, and it's true because they look good, smell good, drive nice cars, but the inside is damaged. So it's a shell that they're in that they don't even, it's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? So when you never seen love, it's hard to portray it unless you see it on TV or you see some other couples that's, you know. But if you never been, you had somebody cuss you out all the time ever since you was a kid, say you ain't nothing, you know, you know what I mean? You start to believe it. Like I said, speak that positivity. If people speaking negative to you for all your life, so now you're talking that way to your woman. And you're trying to, and she's like, wait, hold up. How you talking to me like that? You know, so the stage play is based on things like that. And it's only 6 minutes where they're on stage for 6 minutes each episode, each subject. But the impact of those 6 minutes is crazy. And it's maybe an hour altogether stage play. But we're coming back July 20th at Uptown Comedy Corner in Hateville. So you still got time to get your tickets, come out, check out the play. It's man, it's won ATL's Hottest Awards. It's won Black I Am Awards, and you definitely have to come out and check it out.
Yes, definitely check it out because it is powerful.
Yeah,
I mean, I've sat there, I've seen the play a few times, and I've heard, you know, just people in the audience. Oh wow, they can relate. Oh wow, I had somebody like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, this one is like that. Oh,
Yeah.
I went through that. And it's even emotional for some people because you know, it's some parts where I guess some people they go back and think about things, something they may have went through that was very a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh my gosh, you know, you see the tears.
Yeah, it's somebody in that audience that's went through every single thing that somebody's up on that stage doing. They have went through that, and they'll come up to them and say, darn, man, you know what? Even when we had molestation on there, it was guys coming up to him saying they've been molested when they was younger.
Yes.
And, you know, it's like people that you wouldn't even know that would stand up and say that, you know, but they felt so connected that they wanted to get that off of them.
Yes.
And that probably made them feel so much better because they've been holding it for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot of people. Even the women will be like, you know what? He gets drunk and then beats me. You know what I mean? So they see 2 or 3 out of how he acts. So it's conversations on the way home. Because it's like, which one are you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or which one you think I am, asking his wife. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of conversation starters on their way home, and hopefully it helped them to get better.
Yeah, because you don't know. You know, when you're with someone, vice versa, whether it's the man or the woman, you know, we don't know what all they've been through.
No.
We don't know what they came up through, you know, like their home, you know, how they came.
Home training.
Yeah, you don't know any of that stuff. So. And that's a big thing because it's learned behavior. Some of it, you know, this is all they seen, how their mom treated their dad or how their dad treated their mom.
Their mom,
You know, and so it's very important. And the only thing you can do is get the help. You know, if you think that person is important enough,
you'll get the help.
You'll get the help.
That's true.
You know, if you want that relationship, that marriage to work.
Yeah, that's true.
So you definitely got to come out to see this play.
Yeah,
you know,
that's amazing.
Now share your social media handles so that if someone want to get in contact with you about the agency, about the play, how can they find you?
All that good stuff. You can find me on Instagram, Tina B ATL, or you can go on Facebook and put Tina Bridges 73, all one word. I'll pop up, or hashtag TLA anywhere. You can find me, or Google me. The Lyngale Agency, 3 words. The Lyngale Agency. You can Google us.
Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you so much. Oh, and you, boy, where does
Oh
this
yeah, girl.
here?
Wait a minute.
Oh, she didn't even talk about the
I
crack.
brought yeah. Oh, I baked too, y'all. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
So I brought her some crack cookies. You eat
Oh,
nuts? You eat nuts? Okay, cool. Because these got pecans in them. This is the pecan and cranberry flavor right here.
Oh my
Okay?
goodness. Okay.
So I made you just a little sample. This is just a little sample box I made you
thank
real
you.
quick. Look at it. And I got you a What That Mouth Chew. That's the name of my company. I got you a T-shirt.
Oh my goodness.
It's a What That Mouth Chew T-shirt, so she can have that as well.
Ooh, thank you.
So yes, ma'am.
I'm excited.
So y'all can find me on Instagram too. It's called What That Mouth Chew, and it's WHATMOUFCHEW. What That Mouth Chew.
All right.
So y'all can find me on Instagram
Thank
on there as
you.
well, and order you some cookies. They're amazing. They're
Yes.
oatmeal crisp or oatmeal crack as they call them.
Ooh, thank you. And they are so good. I can't wait. You know, and one thing about you, you make sure you talk as well about how important it is to make sure we brand
Yes, ma'am.
ourselves. And one thing, I don't care. She always represent
Look,
wherever she.
the
You see
tights,
TLA.
shirt. Don't play
TLA, look,
Just
single,
saying.
taken, TLA
TLA
model.
model.
Okay? TLA. She had taught us very well. Make sure you brand yourself, you know, because we wear everybody else's stuff,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
so why not?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I had a picture of myself on the shirt one day, and somebody was like, "Dang, you got the picture yourself." Oh, so you want me to wear Marilyn Monroe or something? You know what I mean? Like, don't
And
be ashamed to wear yourself.
And that was, you know, and I love my shirt, by the way, because I had one too.
Yeah,
and
with the
it has
TLA
me,
on it.
TLA, and it has my model picture on it
Yep.
as well.
Yeah,
with TLA.
don't be ashamed
I
to wear
love
that,
it.
people, because we'll wear somebody. Michael Jordan will wear everybody. Why can't you wear yourself?
That's right. That's right.
just
That's
saying.
right.
Brand yourself.
All right. Now, any lasting words you would like to give our audience?
Yes, I
Before we
tell people
leave.
all the time, find your purpose, and if you can't, come on over to TLA. We'll find it for you. But if you are thinking about joining an agency for models 40 and over, you don't have to lose weight. You don't have to be tall. None of that. Just have the attitude, a great attitude, confidence in who you are. Go to TLAcasting7@gmail.com and say, I want to be a model, and I got you.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Tina B. That's
Yes,
boss
indeed.
lady right there.
It's me.
Thank you so much again for
You're
being
welcome,
on Let's Talk
always.
Health and Wellness. And just, I mean, it's always amazing having you and just all the information you provide. And I appreciate you for being here and sharing everything with my viewers today. So she gave you all the information. Don't hesitate. Go ahead and follow her on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Let's Talk Health and Wellness. Until next time, see you soon.